You have an incredible journey. We had a chance to meet recently. Tell me about your journey that took you from Pakistan all the way to here. You certainly know your way around technology. So, how is it different from someone hailing from Pakistan to become one of the top experts in cybersecurity?
Well, Adrian, Pakistan is not a third world country anymore. We're trying to grow. We're trying to do our best to contribute to the technological space, and the internet is a global village. We all know that. Right now, we have access to information from everywhere around the world. We have access that we never had before, and that is why it is not difficult to learn stuff. I'm a living and breathing example of that. I have learned, self-learned all of this stuff all my life. Becoming a cybersecurity expert was not that hard, to be honest. It only required effort and commitment, and whether it would have been Pakistan or any other country in the world, I would have not, been deferred from the goal which I am, where I am now.
Let's talk about the cloud and cloud security, which is the agenda for this year's FIC. Strictly from an attacker's perspective, in case of cyber warfare and espionage, what are the key challenges that EU, or any blog faces in securing cloud environments, and how can we address them?
So, the problems currently that are faced by the EU specifically are data protection regulations specifically for the cloud environment. Now, cloud service providers tend to have a monopoly over their services, so we have vendor lock-in problems as well. So how we can address these issues is by developing strong legal frameworks. The problem here arises when there is lack of transparency between the cloud providers and the cloud customers. So, if we develop strong legal frameworks and the EU enforces transparency between the cloud providers, and those legal frameworks then ensure that all of this entire cloud infrastructure is policized, then we'll be able to securely address these problems.
What national policies could be put in place to make sure that the intellectual property and the sensitive information of organizations, as well as government entities, is protected in an efficient and a secure manner in the cloud?
Yeah, so in terms of national policies, I think that what we need to do, what the EU needs to do at this point, is enforce policies that ensure diversity between cloud providers and that also ensure that there is no monopoly between the cloud providers themselves. Because if one cloud provider, not naming anyone, gains a monopoly over other cloud providers, there will be lack of transparency, and if there is lack of transparency in that, the sensitive data information may be hacked or leaked. That is one of the main problems, that there should be an insightful and healthy competition between the cloud providers, so that even if 30% of the EU is on one cloud and the rest of the EU is on the other clouds, we can ensure that if that particular cloud gets hacked, and let me tell you, it is not a matter of if, it is a matter of when. So when they get hacked, not all of the data is actually at stake there.
Alternately, what role can the cloud providers play in ensuring compliance with EU security regulations, and how can their compliance be monitored?
So we all know about GDPR, right? General Data Protection Regulation, but that is not specifically for the cloud. We need to come up with a security standard that is made for the cloud. It's like opening a lock with a hammer at this point. So when we're able to come up with a regulation that is specifically designed for cloud providers will then comply. Obviously, they need to make money, right? And GDPR enforced us to protect our data, but it has not enforced cloud providers to protect the data. So cloud providers specifically need to have that open mindset, because security is going towards the next level right now. We have quantum engines, AI, computing. These are not buzzwords anymore. These are real things that we're talking and living in today. So it's just a matter of time before someone comes up with an exploit or an attack specifically for cloud environments, and you and I are just left here talking about it.
If you were to be put in charge of cybersecurity, cloud, AI policies, what would be the major steps that you take to make sure that we have the highest level of security and efficiency.
Are you putting me in charge?
If let's live the dream.
All right. Well, the first and the foremost step is awareness. That is the first thing that I would do. Create awareness. A conference such as this one, but on a more frequent level, and a conference such as this one, so we can make it accessible to everyone. We educate people, we educate users, we educate companies, as well as we educate government entities. The problem at this moment in time is, Adrian, that we think that we know, but we actually don't. 60% of the internet is still, I was talking to Tariq the other day and I told him that 60% of the internet is still analog. We don't know it because we think that we've advanced more. So the first and foremost step is user awareness, educating the people, the government entities, the companies, all of these people. And then, I would not rather use the bureaucratic term, is bring them on the same table. It is always good to hear and listen. Have roundtable talks with them. Okay, what is your problem? Why are you not migrating to the cloud? What do you think that will happen if you migrate to the cloud? And then, when that is done, when we have all of those inputs, we combine them into a policy, which is checked by everyone, which is liked by everyone, at least 90% of the people, and then we enforce that. Now, enforcing comes with legal frameworks that I talked about. Policy is something that is to be enforced, and legal frameworks are some things that enforce policies. So this, in accordance with the steps that I recently listed, I think that the cloud can be a lot more secure, and we can sleep better at night.
Education is key, absolutely. I think it's something that came out from all the conversations we've had at the FIC during these 3 days. Education and attractiveness are absolutely key. Shahmeer, Amir, thank you very much for having been here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Adrian. Thank you as well, Shahmeer, Amir, for this very interesting conversation indeed.